Hey, Tactical Family, as you can tell, we are not at the range, but we are in a safe location, just in case YouTube asks. And today, we're going to talk about two very different suppressors from JK Armament. Like I said, we're not at the range today, but we are talking about two very fun things that we have on the channel. One you have seen before. This is the JK Armament 105 CCX. And the second thing is the JK Armament 155 VersaX 45 caliber suppressor. Two very different suppressors. Before Viagra, after Viagra. Just kidding. Now what we're going to do with these is we're going to take these to the tabletop and we're going to talk about the differences between these two suppressors. Like I said, we have had this one out on the range, but we have not had this one out on the range yet. But we wanted to do a little side-by-side comparison and thoughts on these. And then we're going to get this out to the range and we'll talk about them. So let's go ahead and let's get to the table. All right, welcome to the table. In the intro, I said we're going to be talking about two different suppressors from JK Armament. The 105 CCX 9mm and the JK Armament 155 VersaX 45 caliber suppressor. Now, these suppressors serve two very different purposes, different roles, you would say, and they're definitely going to have different performance. They're going to have different suppression. So we're going to talk about pros and cons and the ideal cases. Now, unfortunately, there's not really going to be a lot of shooting, if any, in this video. This is just a comparison video. But we do have videos on the JK 105 on the channel. And so make sure you subscribe so you can see our videos coming up for the VersaX 155. All right, let's kick things off with the JK Armament 105 CCX. Now this is a 9mm suppressor. It's designed specifically for compact setups, make it an excellent choice for everyday carry, home defense, tactical applications where maybe maneuverability is key. It's made from a durable 775 aluminum. It's anodized, and so it can handle a good amount of punishment. But I will tell you one thing. If you look at this, you can see it is marred up already. And the reason is, and I can't show you on camera, this is a modular design, which means these individual baffles will come apart. When they come from the factory, they are brutally stuck together. That is for me trying to get these things apart. So JK, I need to talk to you about that. Not too happy. Now, what really makes this 105 stand out is its size and adjustability to fit the situation you're looking to get. I will tell you, this little suppressor is meant to be run wet, which means in between these baffles, you should run Vaseline or some sort of jelly in between these baffles in order to provide the suppression you need for this device, for the suppressor. Let me take this off camera and I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to show you what it looks like because I can't do it on camera. Okay, here's what it looks like taken apart. Like I said, I can't show you on camera, but inside these baffles, you're going to want to put Vaseline or some other type of substance, and what that does is it absorbs the sound and makes this suppressor really, really quiet. Now this suppressor though, you're only going to get maybe 8 to 10 rounds of good suppression with that petroleum jelly in there, so you'll have to redo it. It's very smoky when it happens, but it's quiet. me show you one thing I also did. See this yellow stuff on here? This is anti-seize. I put this anti-seize on here so that I can get this thing apart. Let me put it back together, because again, I can't show it to you on camera. And I'll put it back together. There we go. Now this little suppressor, here's your base. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 baffles. One of them is a tuner baffle that you can use to move up and down the stack to adjust the overall tone of your shots. And if you want to run this thing, you know, in a micro conversion, you can just take this top baffle and the toner and the base and have a suppressor that is that large. Maybe we'll put it together and we'll show you. So let's talk about, again, the pros of this suppressor. It's lightweight, it's compact, so it's great for pistols like this Glock 43X. You can put it on a pistol caliber carbine. I have an AP5 that I can run this on, and I have. So check out the channel. It's customizable because of its baffle system. For the pistol, your pistols, it's got minimal blowback. I'll be honest with you, it's the pistol's not gassy. It's all the smoke from the Vaseline burning off. And so it's great for ideal EDC and home defense. It really, really is. Now some of the cons. It's caliber limited, so 9mm, but you can do 380, you can do 22, you can even do 5.7 out of this little suppressor. So because it's a smaller suppressor, even if you're running it wet, it's going to have less suppression. And it's got reduced durability for high round counts. I would not say this thing is rated for full auto. You can if you want. I don't recommend it. But before we get going, make sure y'all like and subscribe. Support the channel. You guys have been great. We've been climbing up on the subscriber count, so I can't thank you enough for that. Let's go ahead and I'm going to show you what this looks like on the Glock 43X. All right, here it is on my Glock 43X in its full configuration. This does not require a piston to be able to function. It will function just the way it is right out of the box. And then of course you can add your Vaseline to make it even quieter. Now, like I said, you can reduce the baffle stack. So let's go ahead and show you in a reduced baffle stack configuration. Okay, here is the CCX in a probably the minimal configuration I would EDC. Here's your base, your tuner baffle, and then your regular baffle with its end cap. That is what I would carry at minimum for EDC. It's not going to be any holsters, so if you have to have an open-end holster or one that you may have to Dremel out to be able to carry that. So there you go. There is the JK 105 CCX. Let's go ahead and show you the 155. So switching over to the JK 155 VersaX, you'll notice it looks just like the 105, just bigger. Now this is a 45 caliber, so anything from 45 down. So obviously 40, 9mm, 5.56, 223, 22, all kinds of different configurations. And because of that, you obviously are going to get way better suppression, given the amount of volume that's in here. But unlike the 105, like I said, it's not just for 45. This thing can handle several different calibers. And if I'm not mistaken, this thing it can be rated or is rated for full auto. It is modular, just like the 105. So we can reduce these baffle stacks to adjust your different levels. Now this does not have the toner baffle like the 105 does. They used to sell it with the baffle, but they don't. Now they just give you straight baffles, and so you can adjust that. And you can add more baffles. So if you want this to be longer, you can add even more baffles to it. Because it's larger, it's going to have better suppression than the 105, especially with subsonic ammo. Now, obviously, you're going to get the best suppression with subsonic ammo. Even on the 105, you're going to get better suppression. One of the things I don't like, just like the 105, this thing was a nightmare to get apart. It was hard to get off. So I'm going to take the baffle stacks here in a minute, and I'm going to show you what we did. Now, because it's a larger suppressor, it's obviously going to be heavier than the 105. That just makes sense. There's going to be more blowback for pistols, so it can lead to more fouling and gas in the face. It can also maybe not even fire on some pistols, so you may have to have a piston in here to be able to get this to function on some pistols. Now, we haven't shot this yet, but we're going to get it out to the range. So again, make sure you all subscribe to the channel so you can see us putting this on the range, and we're going to put both of them together when we get out there. Now, it's less practical for EDC, obviously, but so its range, tactical use are its best options. Let me go ahead and take this thing apart. Again, I'm not going to do it on camera. I can't do it that way. And let me show you, again, the modular design. So here it is apart. Again, I can't do it on camera. You can figure that out. But you'll see on this one, we also put the anti-seize because it is brutal. You can, just like the 105, put Vaseline in there and run this suppressor wet. But you don't have to because of the volume. It gives you that better suppression. But you can run this thing wet to get even better suppression out of it. But again, you can reduce the design, the modular size. So if you only want to run 2 baffles in the end cap, go ahead, do what you want. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back together. Again, can't do it on camera. Now, this thing is designed for the hub system. Right now, we just have an end cap on here for 9mm. And so, but you can run different systems in here to make this quick connect. So you can run it on tri-lug, you can run it on the silencer co, does like a plan A, plan B. There's some Able company has some different types of stuff. So you can change this out. We just went with a quick end cap because we're gonna get this to the range and we're gonna put it on several different firearms out there. Let's go ahead and we're gonna put this on a firearm just so you can see how it's attached. You're not gonna see the whole firearm because I don't have enough space when we're doing our tabletop. But let's go ahead and get it mounted up and show you what it looks like. All right, there you go. We have this mounted on our AP5. Now this does have a tri-lug on it, and we're probably going to convert this over to tri-lug. But there you can see it mounted. No, not much bigger than any other full-size can that you might want to put on. But it looks good, and we can't wait to get it out there, and we're going to fire that. So we're very, very, very excited to have this on the channel. So let's go ahead and put that there. And we're going to bring the 105 back into the picture. All right, so here we go. Which is best for you? Is it going to be the 105 CCX, lightweight, fast, maneuverable? Or is it going to be the 155? Now, for compact pistols and home defense, it's going to be the 105. The 105 wins, especially if you have it attached to pistols. Again, because it's lightweight, ideal, fast maneuverability, and you can adjust the size. Multi-caliber use, maximum suppression, tactical situations, it's going to be the 155. It handles multiple calibers, provides better sound suppression. Now, obviously, better cap, that's designed for the caliber, you're going to get even better suppression beyond that. For pistol caliber carbines and tactical use, the winner's got to be the 155. Again, it's quieter, better suited for subsonic rounds. For EDC, the winner is going to be the 105 because it's more compact, it's practical, easier to carry around. Obviously, if you're going to EDC this in your holster, it's going to be just the smaller size, the weight, it wins hands down. So at the end of the day, it comes down to your needs. What are you looking for? Compact, lightweight, pistol-friendly suppressor versus the multi-caliber suppressor, which is the 155, and the 9mm, which is the more lightweight, which is the 105. Really just depends on what you're looking for. I will tell you, cost was not terrible. I think the 155 came in at around $4.99. The 105 we picked up for $3.49. So, you know, for cost benefit, the 105, it's hard to justify sometimes because it's kind of expensive. But that wraps it up. The showdown between the 105 CCX and the 155 VersaX from JK Armament. So which one would you pick up? What would you rather run? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more firearms reviews, tactical gear. But until then, stay safe, stay free, support the Second Amendment. We'll see you in the next video.